Okay, so today we're going to look at how to create a quiz using Canva. And just a little bit about me, my name is Misty Lewis. I was a science teacher for 20 years. I am a Canvassador and a certified Canva education trainer, but we don't want to talk about me. I want to know about you. So in just a second, I'm going to put a link in the chat. Click on that link and answer the question. Now, the question that you're answering right now is made using a Canva form, which is what we're going to be doing today. So you should see a quiz that looks like this, and you can customize all of these quizzes and forms. You can create whatever color you want. You can change the fonts, and I'm going to show you how to do all of that. But first, I just wanted to show you this one. And I can click up here where it says responses. Now notice it says your Canva profile name won't be shared. And I'll show you how you can change that if you would like to. So I have my responses, and you'll see that they all say anonymous. I can also open that in a bigger window, and I can also open it in a Canva sheet. So it looks like most of us have not used Canva to create a quiz, but you will by the end of the hour. All right. So I want to go through the steps with you, and then if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and I will give you a chance to create your own quiz. So 3 things that we're going to look at today is how to create the quiz, how to share the quiz, and then how to analyze your results. So the first step is creating the quiz. In Canva, when you open up a design, and you can do this in any design type. So you can open a presentation, you can open a custom size, whatever you want to use. And then you're going to click on Elements on the left-hand side. You're going to look for the category named Forms. And then there are several forms that you can choose from. And in just a minute, I'm going to jump back into my Canvas so that I can show you that. You'll also be able to edit that quiz form. All you have to do is click on the form once it's in your design, and in the top toolbar, you'll see Edit, and you can change the text that's in the quiz. You can add questions, and if you want to change the colors and the font, you'll do that in the top toolbar. So let me show you, and before I do, I'm going to put a link in the chat that is a template link, so that if you want to have the instructions there with you, then you can open that. If you would like to just open up a new Canva design, that's up to you. So if you click on that template link, it will ask you if you want to use that template. I'm going to click on View Template and then Open in Editor. So I've included the steps for you here, how to add your quiz, edit it, share it, and analyze it. And then on the very last slide of that template, I've included a space for you to add your quiz. So if you want to follow along and add it here and then edit, you can. This is where I'm going to put mine. So first I'm going to go over to Elements. And when I click on Elements in the left-hand menu, it's going to open up my categories for me. I'm going to click on the one that says Forms. And there are several that you can choose from. So there are business forms. If you click on See All, then you'll be able to see the ones that are in each of those categories. So there's business, events, feedback, other, and education. So again, you can just click on See All. When you click on any of these templates, it will put that form over into your design for you. So now I have my form here, and we can go to the next step. Once you have your form in your design, you click on it. It seems a little odd when you click on it. You want to be able to click on it and change the text here, but when you click on it, you're going to go up to Edit in the top toolbar. And over on the left-hand side, you'll see where you can edit the text. So here is our enter your email. So I could change that to say, enter your, if I can spell it right, enter your name or whatever I want to put there. You can add any type of question that you want. This is something that Canva just added recently in the past few months, and now you can add several questions to the same form. Before, you could only put one question per form. So now you can add multiple questions. So if you wanted to add a short answer question or maybe a multiple choice question, all you have to do is click on it. And then again, you would change the text here. If you click on the three dots beside it, it will give you more options. So you can duplicate that question. You can make it a required question, move it up and down. If it's a multiple choice question, you can click on the check mark beside it, and that will let you pick a correct option. So if it were an actual quiz, then you could have a correct option there. You can go to settings. So you see at the top it says subscribe to our newsletter. If I go over to settings, I can change that header here. So instead of subscribe to the newsletter, I could add whatever I want it to say. And if I didn't want it to have a header, I could just unselect that, show header, and it wouldn't have that top part. You can even change what it says in the button. So this one says join mailing list. So I could just say submit if I wanted to change the text there. And this is where you can choose whether or not to collect the names of the people who are responding. So here it says responses, and the first choice is collect respondent names. The other choices do not collect names, so this will make sure everyone is anonymous. If you have it selected to collect respondent names, it will still say anonymous if the person is not logged into a Canva account. So if you choose this one, it will only say their name if they are logged into their Canva account. If you want to change any of the colors or the font, what you have to do is select it, and in the top toolbar, you can change any of the colors. So if you have your brand colors here, then you can make sure that it is on brand. You can also change the fonts, and you can adjust the size of the font, the color, and all those normal things. All right. Questions so far? Feel free to put it in the chat, or you can come off mute if you would like to ask any questions so far. The next step is how to share your quiz. And you'll have some more time at the end to be able to practice with your quiz if you would like. All right, the next step is how to share your quiz. So I'm going to go back to the quiz that I created. And again, remember in that template, I have the instructions for all of this. If you want to save this and go back to it, you can. So I'm going to go up to share in the top right corner. And from here, I'm going to select a public view link. Now, let me tell you this first. If you are creating this quiz and it is part of another presentation, if there are other slides or other pages to it, if you share it with a public view link, then they will be able to see every part of that presentation. So if I create my public view link, I would copy it, and then I would share that link with my audience. They would see my entire presentation, even though all I wanted them to do was to see the quiz. You can do it that way if you don't mind them seeing the entire presentation. That's completely fine. I just wanted you to be aware of that. So now I can enter my name. I did not put in words for the option. I didn't change this category either. It's still formatted for an email address. And then I could click on submit. Okay. Now, if you want to just send a quiz like the one that I sent you at the beginning, that looks like this. Then I created this on its own design. So when I went to my Canva homepage, I opened up a brand new design and I added the quiz here. Then I went to share. I created my public view link. If it's creating it for the first time, it will say create link, and then you can copy that link. And then that's the link that I shared with you so that you were able to answer this quiz. So I'll show you the this quiz, how I created it under edit. Again, I used a multiple choice question. So it says yes or no. I was able to change those. I could have added other options. Under my settings, I did not use a header. It says submit, and I chose not to collect names here. And again, I could have added more questions. Then I used my branding colors to change the colors in the quiz. And then I changed my font to match my branding font. So the last thing that I want to show you is how to analyze your results. Again, this one was just a simple yes or no. But when you go back to your original quiz, you would click on the form. Then in the top toolbar, you will click on responses. And again, we have our responses here. You can see how many responded. You can click on the big purple button that says view responses, and it will show you those in a separate little window. You can open the linked sheet here, or you can open the linked sheet at the bottom of this menu. When you do, it's going to open up a Canvas sheet for you. if there have been more people to answer the question, or if you want to make sure you have everyone's responses, you would go to Data in the top toolbar, and then you would click on Refresh Data. And that would make sure that it included all of the responses. All right, again, in the template that I shared with you, it has all of those steps. So how to add it, how to edit, how to share, and then how to analyze the results. Again, if you want to hang out and practice and ask me any questions, I'm going to be here. If you need to go, I understand that too, and I appreciate you all being here and participating today.